Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, but if it's your first time here, my name is Helen and I'm going to take you through a mini series on elemental yin. So this is going to consist of 4 mini yoga practices that are all yin based and working with the theme of the elements. So we've got earth, water, fire and air practices to come, and today we are getting into it with the earth element. So through this yin practice we're going to be working with the earth element, which relates to the stomach and spleen meridians, as well as our first chakra, also relates to the colour red, and the emotions that are associated with this earth element are worry and anxiety. So if you're suffering with those at the moment, this will be a really lovely practice for you. So we're going to start in a toe stretch today. We're just going to get straight into it. So I should say you might want a prop as well. So for saddle pose or half saddle pose, you might want a bolster or pillows, or, for your yin practice, grab all of the props, all of the blankets. But we're going to start in a toe stretch. So come into a kneeling position, tucking the toes, and then resting the sitting bones back onto the heels. Settle in. Close the eyes. And just give yourself a moment to settle here. So yin is a very quiet and still practice. So see if we can settle into stillness as quickly as we can. Conserving our energy by getting rid of any unnecessary movements. So bringing your attention to the base of your spine, imagining that colour red. And as you inhale, elongate the spine, growing tall through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, watch it travel back down to the base of the spine. Notice the sensations and maybe emotions that are arriving in this shape. And just allow yourself to sit with them, not pushing anything down or away. Notice if any areas of the body are beginning to react, so possibly through the face, the hands. Allow yourself to go deep in these yin practices. Allow yourself to completely let go. Just see what happens when we let go of that control. Really feeling that support of Mother Earth beneath our feet. You're very almost there. Take a nice big breath in. And sigh out. From here, with as little movement as possible, find child's pose. So untuck the toes, resting the forehead down onto the earth. Notice where you feel that release or relief. Okay, moving on to our next pose here. We're going to take twisted child's pose. So with your right hand, you're going to thread it all the way underneath the left armpit. Come down onto your right cheek. You can use a pillow here if you wish. And then settle in, relax your hands. In yin, there is no proper alignment really. It's just allowing our body to fall into the shapes. So take a moment to notice if you are gripping, or maybe taking your child's pose more like you would in your yang practice. And see if you can let go of the doing. Allow yourself to just be. Let's take one more breath on this side. And let it go. Coming back slowly through center. And then onto the opposite side. So left arm threads underneath. Get comfy. Close the eyes. And let go of any gripping. So yeah, notice if your maybe right hand is reaching. Tell it to soften. Good, one more breath on this side. Let it go. Good, slowly coming back to child's pose. Rest the forehead to the earth. Feel that support of the earth. Good, coming into our next pose. So coming on up, we're going to find a half saddle pose. So let's lengthen out the left leg in front. And with our right leg, we're going to bring the right foot next to our right thigh, or right hip even. So we're getting a stretch through the front of the thigh. This is our target area. So for saddle, for some of us, it might be quite nice to have a bolster or blocks or pillows to lie back on. For some of us, that might feel more accessible. Or for some of us, coming all the way back onto the mat. So you decide. Give yourself a little moment to assess. And then once you've found your shape, let go of the fidgets. Close your eyes and settle in. So watching that flow of energy through the front of the thigh, front of the hip. Also noticing what's happening in the lumbar spine. See if we can relax and release around the base of the spine. Check in with your arms and legs. Notice if you were holding up your left leg at all or holding up your arms. Just let them fall. So for some of these poses, they may feel very subtle to you, or they may feel quite strong, and there's no right or wrong. Everybody's different. But if anything feels too sharp or painful, definitely adjust. See if you can find that internal wisdom and knowledge to differentiate between uncomfort and pain. Because some of these poses will feel not very comfortable. But as long as we approach them with a calm and gentle manner, we'll be okay. You're doing really well. Take a nice big breath. And a sigh. Whew. Slowly, slowly we're going to exit the pose. So I'd recommend coming up onto your forearms, use your hands to pick yourself up. And you can manually take this leg out in front. Wake it up a little. And let's move straight onto our opposite side. So the left foot comes up next to us, sole of the foot shining up. Maybe we use a prop. If you've got the prop, bring the bolster right up to the base of the spine, or you can just pop blocks and like pillows behind. And then come on back. So maybe you come back bit by bit and you find your own intensity here. And then settle in, close your eyes. Watching and noticing the sensations of the body. But letting go of any internal conversation or analysis of the pose or how you feel. I find that really tempting to do in a yin practice. See if we can let that analysis go. If you'd like to journal at the end of a yin practice, a great time to do it. Otherwise, just watch what bubbles up. What might be resting under the surface. Maybe there's something that your body is trying to communicate to you to let go. Maybe a memory or an experience that's been stored in the body. We can store memories within the cells. So notice if the body is clenching or tightening around that memory. And allow yourself to release it. Allow the body to release it. Let's take one more breath on this side. And a sigh. And then slowly, slowly coming up out of the pose. Lengthening that left leg out in front. Give it a little bit of movement if you need, if your toes have gone to sleep. And then we're going to move on to our next posture. We're going to do Dragonfly. So this is the one where our legs are out wide. So if you begin to cave into that lower back, definitely sit on a block or a pillow or even like a rolled up blanket. And then see if you can just relax your feet here. So maybe just give them a little shake. Good. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, begin to fold forwards. Now, folding forwards might be resting on the hands like this. You might even have a bolster that you could rest your head onto, like so. Or for some of us, maybe we come forwards like so. So use the props in a way that you feel supported, but not like they're going to hold you back. So if you get to a point in the pose where you maybe start to lose sensation and you'd like to go deeper, definitely lose the props. It's you against you in yin. So close the eyes and let's settle in. Noticing where that gripping is now. Around the inner thigh. Every exhale, see if we can encourage those stored memories and emotions to let go. So throughout our day, we might store up or push down emotions, anger, frustrations. And that's okay because we live in a civilized world, but yin is a great place to release anything that you've pushed down. Anything that you resist will persist, so let go. So this might feel quite a vulnerable pose for some of us, working into the groin area, but know that you are safe. Feel the support of the earth beneath you. And this relates to our first chakra, our root chakra, that we build all the other chakras on top of, really. It's the foundations, our ability to be stable and feel safe. Let's take one more breath here and let it go. And then slowly picking yourself back up. Take your time. Lovely, moving the props out of the way. See if you can keep your legs as they are. We're going to take a little twist here. So take a breath in. And then as you exhale, twisting over to one side. You can close your eyes. Good. As you inhale, come back through center. And then twist to the opposite side, using your hand as a light support just to encourage the twist. Lovely. Inhaling through center. And then resting into Shavasana. So take your time. Be mindful with your joints. If you'd like to grab a blanket or grab a support, totally go for it. Let's rest our hands onto our lower belly. Get comfortable here. Close the eyes. So with each exhale, softening into Shavasana. And I'm going to leave you here in your Shavasana today with just a couple of affirmations that might resonate with you through this earth practice. I am here. I am safe. I am supported by Mother Earth. I release all doubts and fears. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, and I'll see you on the next one.